Hello everyone, welcome to Buzzing Top 10. Have you ever wondered if there was anyone on Earth who was untouched by the ever-advancing technology and trends of the world? Well, you can answer the question yourself when you reach the end of today's video. Sentinel Island has been one of the untouched islands in the world. The island is known for its lush green forest, tropical climate, and coral reefs. They are hostile, detest visitors, and have miraculously survived the tsunami. The curiosity to know the unknown draws many visitors, fishermen, and poachers to visit these dangerous shores, often ending in fatalities. The island is located in the Bay of Bengal and is an archipelago constituting the Andaman Islands. It is located 50 kilometers west of Port Blair, 36 kilometers west of South Andaman Island, and 59.6 kilometers towards the north of South Sentinel Island. The top view gives a rough square perimeter of the island with about 59.67 square kilometers of area. How long have they remained untouched? They seem to be untouched and impenetrable for thousands of years now. According to the existing records, contacts have been recorded very recently, since the 1800s. The interactions, however, were very brief and not productive either to study their culture or help them in any way. From which country they came and got settled in Sentinelese? The Sentinelese people are one of the 4 Negrito tribes that migrated from Africa over 60,000 years ago. As per the Anthropological Survey of India, the carbon dating on kitchen middens confirms that the presence of Sentinelese dates back to 2,000 years ago. Why is the island banned? The island is banned for visitors as it is a risk for both parties. The Sentinelese don't like being interrupted by the outside world and often have shown their displeasure with violent gestures by attacking vessels, firing arrows, spears, and stones that have killed many on the shores of this island. Visitors pose a threat of exposing the islanders to life-threatening diseases to which they don't seem to have immunity. To avoid risking both parties' lives, the Protection of Aboriginal Tribes Act of 1956 by the Andaman and Nicobar Islands prohibits travel to the Sentinel Island anywhere nearer than 5 nautical miles. The Indian Navy can be seen patrolling the area. Why don't they like others visiting them? Their hostile reactions and behavior can be attributed to the basic instincts of survival. When intruders set their foot on the island, it always ended up being a disaster. Even after exhibiting their obvious hostility to intruders, the outside world seems to turn a deaf ear to their warnings. The penal colonies that were established on the island during the colonial period led to widespread deforestation despite their vehement protests. Many members of these tribes were captured during the Chinese and Burmese colonial expeditions and were sold for drug testing. The Sentinelese may have learned through their experience that the hand of friendship extended by the outsiders was only a clever facade that hid their original intentions. The opportunist outsiders came to exploit, destroy, conquer, and belittle what they held precious and pristine, all in the name of civilization. Can we blame them? How many of the Sentinelese survived? According to the census reports in 2011 and the estimations made by anthropologists based on the island's habitability, there could be approximately 80 to 150 Sentinelese people on the isolated island. The estimates can even vary between 500 to 15 according to some statistics. What do the Sentinels eat? Like most islanders, the Sentinels own canoes and long poles that they use to fish and harvest crabs. They are hunter-gatherers, and if their lifestyle is similar to the other Andamanese natives, their diet would mostly consist of wild tubers, fruits, seagulls, or turtle eggs. They probably hunt pigs and birds with their iron-tipped spears and knives. What language do they speak? The Sentinelese language is still a mystery to the outsiders. There is no information on how the Sentinels refer to themselves. Even with advancements in expert linguistics around the world, we have no clue even about their basic greeting words. How do they survive natural calamity and tsunami? When the tsunami struck the Great Indian Ocean in 2004, and the tectonic plate rose exposing the coral reefs, the tribe had very less chances of survival. It is a mystery how they survive the natural calamities or appear to be healthy, pregnant, and proud. Who has contacted them and how? Many British folks have travelled accidentally or intentionally to these islands. Filled Circle. The island was observed from a distance by travelling ships such as the Diligent. Filled Circle in 1867, Homfray, an administrator, paid a visit to the island. Filled Circle. Many passengers of the merchant ship Nineveh escaped from the hostile island with the help of the Royal Navy rescue intervention after an eventful shipwreck and confrontation with the islanders. Filled Circle. The British naval officer, Maurice Vidal Portman, led an expedition to the island in the year 1880, in the hope of understanding this strange community's customs and practices. The party kidnapped an elderly couple and 4 children to Port Blair. When the elderly couple passed away, the 4 children were returned to the island with presents. Portman frequently visited the islands between 1885 and 1887. Post the Indian independence. Filled Circle. Brief Indian exploratory landings were organized from 1967 to gain the trust and friendship of the islanders. Filled Circle. The ships MV Roosley and MV Primrose crashed on the coastal reefs of these islands in 1977 and 1981 respectively. Filled Circle. The first cordial contact with the islanders was achieved by the director of the Anthropological Survey of India, Triloknath Pandit, and his colleagues in the year 1991. The Indian visits to the islands came to a standstill from 1997. Outsiders have come and gone, but the Sentinelese have strived to ward off outsiders and will continue to do so till the last living member of their community. People who got killed by the Sentinelese. In 2006, January, 2 fishermen who went fishing illegally in the prohibited waters of the Sentinel Island were found killed by the Sentinelese when their boat got too close to their island. The Sentinelese were not held responsible for the killings. And in 2018 November, John Allen Chow, a young U.S. missionary who was barely 26 years old, was killed with arrows. John had made this trip illegally to proclaim the Christian gospel to them. His body couldn't be retrieved by anyone, and few fishermen stated that his body was seen buried by Sentinel Islanders. With such a hostile history for new relationships and the risks the outside world poses to them, it is only wise to let the Sentinel Islanders alone. The Indian government has come to terms with not disturbing this mysterious tribe. Yet again we can contend that humans have much more to explore even in this tech-savvy world. And the mystery lies safe and protected by one of our own in the archipelago of the Andaman Islands. Stay tuned for more such amazing and mysterious information from across the world only at Buzzing Top 10. If you liked what you watched, do like, share, and subscribe.